All right, so this is going to be a quick video on how to beat the Jets. They have a slightly different playbook than the Saints that we just went over. Two quick things on the kickoffs, in case you don't know. One is that you can angle your kickoff either up, down, or in the middle by pointing the up or down arrow before you kick. Sometimes I think that can throw them off a little bit, and you can get a little better defense. I think there's also some logic to angling it towards your strength. So you could be, if your defensive line is the best, you can angle it up. If your defensive backs are the best, you can angle it down. If you got good in between, or just good people on either side, then do it both. One thing too is, since you can't check the health of your defensive players like you can on your regular players, what I do is I watch their speed on the kickoff. So you have a kicker. So what they've done then is they've taken your top defensive end. So this is your nose tackle, defensive end, linebacker 1, linebacker 2, linebacker 3, linebacker 4, defensive end, defensive back 1, 2, 3, 4. So like the people I'm interested in, so like say O'Neal and Bird, where are they? What are their response? I kind of watch them in comparison to others. How long does it take till they kind of get out of the screen? That's also a quick, easy way to see what kind of juice the computer has or how the computer players are feeling on defense. So you get, somebody super fast like Deion Sanders or Darryl Green who just stays on the screen the entire kick. You know that they're probably feeling excellent. All right, so just for giggles, we're going to angle this up. Okay, so now it's going to get angled up. We'll see if that has any impact. So it's fourth quarter. I haven't just been dominating the Jets, and their one score was, their one score was my QB fumbled, and they picked it up and took it in for the end zone, which is annoying. All right, so their plays, we can shut down several of their plays. This is the same as the Saints. This is the same as the Saints, so we can shut that play down. This we can shut down. This we can shut down. This we can usually shut down. A little bit more dangerous here. These two are just kind of normal. So if you think they're going to pass, right, then you want to go the bottom two. If you think they're going to run, probably the first one, although even sometimes on a call play, if it's something super fast, they get through that. So let's go pass play 3. Okay, so here, if I see the one back like this, I'm going to take the defensive end, and in this instance, I can lurch. Now, to me, lurching, a true lurch is when you take the nose tackle, and that works on almost every play. You can just dive forward, except, of course, on shotguns and a few other ones. But to me, I don't consider it lurching if you use a different player other than the nose tackle. So I'm going to use the defensive end and dive through, get the sack, right? So you just kind of angle up, so you're just kind of up and in, and then you hit B pretty fast. So he just called that play right there. All right. Okay, now he's in the same position, but he's calling a different run play. Now, normally in this one, I was a little slow on that, so that annoyed me. So it gave him 10, 15 yards. Sometimes you can just cut, so he just called that play right there. So if I was worried about my run plays, I'm either calling that one or that one. Let's call down. All right, so now when he's in the double setback, I'm going to be my defensive end again, but I'm not lurching. I'm kind of running in. All right, this was that pass play. I didn't call it, but I called the other pass play, so everything was blocked up. All right, so he's in that single setback. Dive. So now if I didn't get a sack, that means he was trying to hand it off. So that was just that play right there. So if you see this play, that can be an instant stop. This play is the same. That can be an instant stop. All right, it's 3rd and 16. He's probably going to pass. Okay, let's hope I called this one. Yep, I did. Nice. Sao takes him down. All right, it's a 4th and 27. He's got to punt it off. Almost never get a block punt, but every once in a while if you have a super fast guy coming around the end. Now on this, you might just decide, so I really didn't get out of bounds there. One thing to consider is to get somebody out of bounds. You can't fumble and you can't get hurt. Your chance of fumble, it has doesn't matter what your ball control is. When you're returning, everyone has it's the glitch. Everyone has the worst ball control, so you have a 4% chance of fumbling on every return, whether it's punt or kickoff. So for that reason, you might think about getting out of bounds, and then when you scramble with a QB, or when you have your favorite running back, or if you're trying to get a great season, I'd notice most of the really good players, when they do tournament style, they get out of bounds. Even if it's going to sacrifice 3 or 4 yards, they might get. Just because then you can't have a fumble and you can't have an injury. Oh, God. Cox. Now that just pisses me off. Well, you get a little more defensive practice here. All right. Okay, so he's got that single set back. Quick stop. Gonna assume they're gonna keep throwing. All right, there's the pass. Oh, he doesn't even touch it. That's painful. So one of the things I was going to suggest is I believe there's a program in the computer where the computer changes its tactic in the fourth quarter if it's losing by a significant amount. So if a team primarily runs, a lot of times they'll start to throw. But something you might be curious is a team might be passing. You might think, oh, you're down by 30, you're going to keep passing. Then all of a sudden in the fourth quarter, there's an algorithm, I think, where they start to try to run again. So that's just something to factor in. Let's see what happens here. Gambling here. Yep, I thought he was going to call that. Go bottom 4. All right, so he's in that double set. I'll be a little more aggressive. Oh, damn. So that's that run play 1. Normally, we're able to stop him. That wasn't as good on that one. So that's the vulnerability. If you choose a defensive end on that play, that's the one they just called. That's your kind of danger. So you could have just called that all the time if you think that maybe that's going to be what they're going to go with. All right, let's see. I'm predicting run again. Nice. Probably going to switch to pass. Now I should have dove, but I was strong enough to fight him off. That was a little bit lucky. Okay, definitely going to assume they're going to pass here. Let's see if I'm wrong. No, called that play. Thank God he didn't catch that. All right, now they go for the field goal. All right, so when it comes to blocking field goals, you know, generally I think you have 2 main choices. You can either be your top defensive linebacker or your top running defensive back if they're fast. So it doesn't seem to matter. If you can just get in where the square or where the triangle is, you don't have to be at a certain point. Then it just goes to the automatic cut screen and you see whether you have a chance of blocking it or not. Oh, I'm not even sure they're going to show. I hate it when they don't even show you. But he shanks it. All right, now my turn. See if we can get a few more points. Butts is feeling bad. A few things more annoying than blocking everybody. Get out of there, buddy. No, I was trying to get out of bounds. Okay, this guy's open. Shitty throw. So just FYI, when it comes to QBs, you know, most people say the only thing that really matters is pass control and then also passing speed. Those other accuracy and stuff, those are just made-up stats that it seemed like the developers were going to include, but never did. So PC, pass control, is the only variable that matters. To Oliver, pretty much sucks. Jesus Christ. That was a pretty pathetic offensive display. I think these are my first 2 punts all season. I like to try to free up guys, but I just got popped off, so that doesn't always work. So your punter is connected to the speed of your strong safety. There's a glitch in there, so to make sure that he can always get back to the ball. All right, so 1 more round on defense. We'll continue to be aggressive since we don't have too much chance of losing the game. Oh, nice. Fumble, pick it up, pick it up. There you go. All right, back on O, baby. I think that was just luck. I don't know if that had anything specific to do with a certain time. Now at least we should get a measly 28 points out of this. This guy usually drifts away. Yeah, so if you have patience, that's one reason why that play is glorious, is that linebacker came down. So on this play right here, when you call this pass, if you wait, not always, but a lot of times if someone comes to you, not right off the bat, then they end up going back to this middle guy. So if you have enough time, you can wait, and that person will often get open. It's not a guarantee, but most of the time it works. That's why that's probably my most go-to play when it's clutch. All right, butts. Another TD for you, buddy. Kiss my butts. You can't miss an extra point, so unless, well, you can't. Unless they if they come in and show the cut screen, then that increases your width. But generally, you can just hit it instantaneously. Now a little short. Only prayer now is a safety. But that's not going to happen. No. Damn it. Oh, look at the moves of Baxter. Well, we're not even going to get a playoff. At least he didn't score. All right, so they were able to gain some runs, right? So you can see, but still 40 yards. I mean, that's obviously pretty good to hold them down. And then 60 yards passing, a little bit aggressive, but if you're calling pass plays and not on a great QB, should work pretty well. So the playbooks make a big difference. If there's a lot of holes in the playbooks, you can dominate them.